I actually like Bob Dylan. Like a lot. I like to play him loud in my car. Bob's only supposed to be played when you're in your house smoking, but I like to play Bob loud in my car because it throws off all races. Nobody knows what to say. I usually have a Dodgers hat on and I sit low in my car. You see black people, you know how I drive. And it doesn't matter the race, they all look in the car like, sounds like the music's coming from there. I think I need to see an audiologist. Can't possibly be coming from him. I don't even really care about that joke. I just like to say audiologist in front of white people so you know I read books. To be honest with you, there's a lot of weird things happening in my life. I wrote some of them down because they're fairly new. Oh yeah. Short people. I don't like y'all. Listen, y'all got a lot of weird complaints, man. Y'all got a lot of weird complaints. It's like short people was like, oh man, I bet life's so great for you, tall guy. And I'm like, other than grabbing things up high, where's my benefits at? There's no car commercials for tall people. You ever seen one? Never. Oh, too tall, buddy? Well, guess what? Ford was thinking about you. You know what it's like to ride on an airplane? You seen the white guy just say play basketball and move on, right? Because he don't get asked every day if he played basketball. Because he's missing one small factor in his tallness. What could it be? Every day somebody's like, hey man, you play basketball? I'm like, no. They're like, oh, you should. Oh, really? Thank you for this life advice. You mean to tell me I'm over here making minimum wage when I could be making millions? Where were you all this time? Like I'm gonna just show up to Madison Square Garden and knock on the door, like, where's my money in Jersey? I'm tall. Hey, man. Real quick. Because, like, since the Kendrick and Drake thing is going on right now, okay, if you know anybody who's an aspiring rapper, tell them, do they research before they start rapping, man? Rappers is just saying anything. I was listening to this song the other day. Dude said, yeah, if I catch you outside the club, I'm going to throw a few shells at you. And I was like, oh, I don't think you understand how guns work, sir. At all. Because in my mind, like, I just see you being like, what'd I tell you, Greg? Pop, pop, pop. It's the slugs that's the problem, sir. You should do some more research on how that works. It's too much ridiculousness going on in this world, man. I can't handle it. People be saying crazy things to me. My friend the other day, she a vegan. She was like, Tori, you should try an Impossible Whopper. And I was like, oh yeah? And she was like, yeah, it tastes just like a regular Whopper. And I was like, word, they stopped making Whoppers? And she was like, no. And then I was like, then why would I taste something that tastes like the something if the something it tastes like still exists? What are we talking about here? That's not a good selling point. Man, it's just doing too much. I can't take it, man. It's like, you ever been watching TV and you see a commercial for a TV on your TV that's better than your TV? Is that not the most disrespectful thing ever? You ain't doing here. If you can make my TV look like that, then why are we having this conversation? Get Geek Squad over here and do what you do. I love ham. Like a lot. Like I love ham. Like to the point where if I couldn't afford ham, I'd steal it. Break into your house and rob you. And then the newspapers would call me the hamburglar. That joke is stupid, but I just like saying it. It was brought to you by marijuana. Yo, man, I used to like be angry a lot, you know. Now I'm cool, you know. Obviously, I tell jokes, but like I did therapy and things. One of the things I did was knitting, sewing and stuff. Yeah. I got a girlfriend, but this is a good selling point. But yeah, I like to knit stuff, man. And when I first started knitting, I would, you go to Michael's. You take a class with a lot of older white women. Or old white women. Let me rephrase that. Old white women. Okay? And I was working on a project, so I went into Michael's on a Sunday, to grab me some supplies. And I see one of my friends in there with her friend. Let's call her Ethel. I see Ethel, and I was like, I was down the aisle, so I just waved real quick. I ain't walk all the way down there. I was like, hey, Ethel. And she was like, hey, dude. And I went down the other aisle, and I'm walking all the way down that aisle, and as I got almost parallel to them, I heard her friend say, who is that? And she said, oh, that's that young knitter I told you about. I said, what? I went around the corner. Ethel, I thought we were friends. How can you call me that? Have you not been reading the newspaper, BLM, baby? And she was like, what? I said knitter. I said, oh. Let me talk to them real quick. You ever had to apologize for mistaken racism? It is a very confusing situation to be in. I didn't know what to do. I looked up and Martin and Malcolm was both like, we ain't never been there before, my brother. I was like, ooh. I confused the ancestors. I'm cutting up. Man. I never thought I would do that, man.